Hello everybody, welcome to join the subject Advanced Water and Wastewater Treatment. My name is Hokyung Shon and the subject coordinator. This is my great pleasure to have this journey with all of you during this semester. After this class, I hope you will be confident to advance to water and wastewater treatment in terms of community engagement, design of wastewater treatment plan, design of desalination plan. Before we start, have you read through the subject outline and addendum, which is the modified version for this online delivery? If not, you can stop the video and go to the Canvas to read through it carefully, because this is very important, while I cannot cover all of them in this video. Okay, are you ready to start our first lectures? So today's class is introduction of subject assessment. This will cover the teaching staff, the program, detailed teaching block components, teaching and learning strategies, and Canvas classification, detailed 3 assessment, and guideline marks. So we have 3 teaching staff, myself, and Dr. Sharuk Puncho, Dr. Leonard Tizing. So they will contribute to each module. As such, if you have any question for each module, so please contact them based on your relevant module inquiry. So the preferred contact will be via email or just phone. You can see the phone number from each lecturer, so you can easily access for these teachers. Programs. The subject is based on around student undertaking water supply argumentation design at a hypothetical site. As part of the design process, student will investigate. First one is module 1, socio-technical aspects. And module 2 is advanced water and wastewater treatment process. Module 3 is the seawater desalination plant design. So we have 3 modules, and this will go for this semester. So you can see the block 1. So myself and Leonard will teach Introduction to Subject Assessment and Water Plan, Community Engagement, Intro to Water Quality and Resources. So block 2 is water and wastewater treatment technologies, conventional versus advanced wastewater treatment technology, and membrane bioreactor. So block 3 includes advanced water treatment, desalination by reverse osmosis. Also, we will learn how to utilize the computer-aided program to design for seawater desalination plant. So we have teaching and learning strategies. First, we strongly recommend to read your materials. So all the materials are available at Canvas. Also, research report, watch your assessment, and then clearly target how to complete your assessment, and lecture reading materials and tutorial point document will be provided at Canvas, and practice the assignment, and you can have a great journey for this design of water and wastewater, including in community engagement. So I hope you can print out less, because this is the UTS and faculty policy. So this is Canvas. Everybody can access this online website. So you can see that this is our subject outline, module, announcement, assessment, also people, and who are the here, and then what's the files. So you can see all the detail from this one. So if you click first the subject outline, so you can read all the detail for the objective of this class. Also module, this can start from your welcome message, who are the teaching staff, how to be successful in this subject. Also, this will provide you the assessment overview and subject resources. Get started with UTS library. So you can have all the detail from this one. And then block 1 also consists of detailed information. What's the overview of the block 1 and reading material and preparation. So you can see all the detail from this document. So just click the module, and then you can go step by step and read carefully all the attachment and links, because there are important information for your assignment scenario and lecture material. So you can follow this week will be a block 1, and then next month block 2, and the following month should be block 3. So you can go one by one. So this way you complete the block 1, and you can follow the instruction to have your assessment 1. So please make sure every information is available at Canvas, so you can utilize this information. Otherwise, just send the email, and then I will let you know where is all the information. So why advanced water and wastewater treatment? Conventional treatment processes are inadequate to produce superior treated water quality. That's the reason why we need to have advanced water or wastewater treatment process design and superior water quality for various water use, potable and non-potable purpose. So nowadays, because of lack of water, we need to consider non-potable purpose, potable purpose, how we can make sure the water quality. So this will achieved by advanced water treatment. Remove emerging pollutants that are not removed by conventional treatment process. Nowadays, a lot of synthetic chemicals, synthetic materials are produced. For example, our perfumes, cosmetics, or some medicines, all are compounds, are emerging pollutants, which are very difficult to remove by conventional treatment process. That's the reason why we have to consider advanced water and wastewater treatment, how to remove better for this emerging pollutant. Ultimately, we can meet the increasing stringent effluent discharge standard, so that we can make sure our ecosystem and people's health. So module 1 will cover basically stakeholder engagement. So you will experience the introduction of subject water cycle treatment process, desalination and wastewater reuse, and Sydney Metropolitan water planning. Because we are located in Sydney, so we just focus on Sydney Metropolitan water plan. However, basically Melbourne, Brisbane, all the major cities, also they have their own physical or some geological different water planning, but we focus on Sydney, which will have a similar idea how to design water planning and socio-technical relationship for water management, community engagement strategy factors affecting community acceptance. So So assessment information covers scenario, format, and submission online, deadline, and we will also discuss water chemistry and water resources. So block 2 will cover fundamental of water treatment, water and wastewater treatment technologies, and design of water and wastewater process, advanced wastewater treatment technology in terms of membrane separation, advanced oxidation process, absorption, nitrogen, phosphorus removal, and you will design the membrane bioreactor versus conventional activated sludge. So this is the advanced wastewater treatment plant, and this is the conventional. So how this can be different, so you will experience based on your assessment 1. Block 3 consists of what do we have to study to design a seawater desalination plant. So we have a Sydney desalination plant, so we can utilize one of the alternative water resource using desalination. So how to design this seawater desalination and water quality parameters for membrane processes and desalination, and introduction of reverse osmosis, which is the most established technology for seawater desalination, as well as wastewater reuse. So we can learn how to design reverse osmosis and case study Sydney desalination plant. So we can utilize the software, computer-based software, water application value engine, WAVE software can be downloaded, and you can see the canvas, you can see the link, and then I will let you know when we have block 3 in June. Also, we have to learn how to integrate of water treatment process.
You have 3 assessments for each module. So module 1 is about stakeholder community engagement, 30%. Module 2 is about advanced water treatment process design, 35%. So last module is a seawater desalination plant design. We're using the WAVE software, and 35%. So you need to submit your assignment by the due, and module 1, 2, 3 are individual report, so you can just submit when you are ready. Each module class covers a specific aspects of the design of the water supply augmentation scheme at a hypothetical site. So I will explain more detail what's the scenario background data you have to read, and then each module. So what's the question, what kind of detail you have to incorporate. Also, I will give you an example for your assignment, so you can also refer to some of the good examples. And submission has to be in Canvas Dropbox. So please submit original MS Word file only. Do not submit your PDF file or image file because of the turning in. So we look at the plagiarism automatically when you submit your assignment. If you have any problem, please send email to me. I will respond as soon as possible.
And our scenario-based assessment will be different. So you can see from the canvas, the scenario is you are employed by Sydney Water or any water utilities as civil and environmental engineering consultants that specialize in strategic planning and design of water supply treatment infrastructure. So you have won the tender to undertake a desktop assessment and feasibility design for a water supply and augmentation study at Sydney. The scope of activities will involve a technical socio-economic evaluation of alternative water supply sources of any proposed water supply option, and design of wastewater reuse and desalination plant. So you can see a lot of information on your scenario. So your scope of work requires you to produce the 3 reports on your investigation. Your report is expected to be of professional standard, which would include a title page, authorship, table of contents, page numbers, as well as having clarity and appropriate grammar and terminology. The extent to which the report attain this standard and their technical quality will be reflected in the mark obtained. The distribution of marks within each section is indicated. Please refer to assignment sheet for detail of each of the 3 reports. So you can read this scenario and then you can start for your assessment. Also, we will cover Sydney Metropolitan Water Plan. So this is how to secure increased water demand in the future, adopt climate change and increase drought resilience, balance of water restriction and environmental flows. The water plan reviewed every 4 years. So this is the last 3 years ago, 2017. So this will give you how to utilize our water planning in Sydney, and you will have a better idea how water people are planning for our securing water resources. So core elements of the water plan: rain-fed dams as a main source of drinking water supply, wastewater recycling and reuse to reduce the freshwater demand, Sydney desalination plant to supply up to 70% of the water. The innovative water efficiency program will be covered in this document. So you can see what's going on in Sydney water planning. So this is our scenario. So you can see from the scenario document. So we are located in Sydney, and we have a desalination plant in Cornwall, so near the airport. So you can see the airport here, and then we produced around 250 million liters per day, and then supply to the Sydney Park and distribute to all Sydney area. And then this is the wastewater plant. So we have a desalination plant and then several wastewater treatment plant for recycling or just a primary treatment process. So how we can design better wastewater treatment process using advanced technology, and desalination plant, how to design using our reverse osmosis membrane technology. That's our scenario, so you can read carefully.
Assessment 1 covers Stakeholder Engagement report. So you can see all the detail in Canvas, so you can follow the detailed information from the scenario. I just want to briefly cover what we can in particularly look at in your assignment. So if possible, we recommend you to follow this format: cover page, originality statement, title page, and table of contents. So we can make a structure of abstracts, executive summary, and background, situational analysis, stakeholder analysis, stakeholder engagement and evaluation strategy, and then finally reflection and conclusion. So reference, also you need to utilize the EndNote, which is the professional software to arrange your references. And first, background. So you can describe the water situation problem in Australia and in Metropolitan Sydney, and discuss the key initiatives including role of the wastewater reuse to ensure water security in Sydney area. Also, you can do a literature review on the status of direct potable use around the world, including Sydney, making sure to identify which places are currently doing it, which are considering doing it, and then the challenges they are facing, and describe the process technology used. And you can see all the videos and reading materials in module 1, and then you can learn how to engage the stakeholders, how to decide water related issues. So you can carefully study first, and then you can do your assignment very well. And second, situation analysis covers a situation analysis using the SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats framework if direct potable use is proposed in Sydney. Discuss each point in the analysis, including public perception. The public perception is very important, so how we can discuss about this kind of issues. Stakeholder analysis. For direct potable use project, identify targeted key stakeholders, their roles, and how they will affect the project. Also, you can provide a stakeholder metrics and rate their levels of interest and influence. Put number, level, refer to class example that will be useful to do your stakeholder analysis. Identify the most important stakeholders to the project and describe their role. And you can also mention about stakeholder engagement and evaluation strategies. Develop and describe the stakeholder engagement strategy for adoption of direct potable use. Describe the appropriate engagement activities, namely stakeholder surveys, information days, each paper, and for each technique you can also address. Also, you can describe your approaches to monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of your arrangement and strategies. And then you can reflect and conclude your assignment. Also, make sure that the overall report format, structure, sentence flow, clarity, English language, including grammar. So you can have very good marks on module 1. Module 2, we can have wastewater reuse process design. So structure is very similar to one. Abstract, background, current wastewater treatment plant assessment, alternate wastewater treatment system using membrane bioreactor. Also, you can refer to the scenario. There are some information you can adopt to calculate your wastewater reuse plant, especially membrane bioreactor versus conventional wastewater treatment plant. Also, drinking water supply argumentation from this assignment and conclude and references. So background, you can also discuss about what's the most important related issue of wastewater reuse for potable, non-potable purpose in Australia. The current wastewater treatment plan, you can provide a brief background on the Malaba wastewater treatment plan, including history, location, capacity, coverage. Describe the current wastewater treatment system and Malaba wastewater treatment plan, including all its processes, components. Prepare your own detailed process layout diagram of the existing treatment plan. Here you have to also remind for the Malaba wastewater treatment plan. So this is just for hypothetical assumption. In fact, the Malaba wastewater treatment plant is near the ocean. That's the reason why you don't have biological treatment process, which is the secondary treatment plant and then tertiary wastewater treatment process. So Malaba wastewater treatment just has only primary wastewater treatment process and discharge to ocean. However, in this assignment, we just assume they have biological secondary treatment process, so we can design and compare. And alternative wastewater treatment system using membrane bioreactor, you can evaluate and propose an alternative treatment process design incorporating MBR as a new technology to replace some process of the existing wastewater treatment plant, which is the conventional wastewater treatment plant. Clarification, so you can compare clarification, secondary treatment process with membrane bioreactor. Draw your own process or flow diagram of the proposed treatment plan incorporating MBR process. Use different color lines to distinguish the new components from the existing components. And you can also describe the rationales of the alternate treatment system and also the components of additional processes. Conduct a detailed comparative design analysis of the proposed MBR system with the existing. So you can calculate, compare the spaces required by the MBR to the current wastewater treatment plan at Sydney using given design parameter or assumed from reference if necessary. So you can see scenario and the assessment report, so that you can have some basic calculation equation can be found from the document. So look at carefully first and calculate, compare the differences in total power and specific energy in terms of kilowatt hour per cubic meter of wastewater required between MBR and current conventional wastewater treatment system. So you can compare your advanced membrane technology, conventional clarification process. So how much space we can save, how much we can save the energy cost or increase the energy cost, so that you can calculate based on our assumption, and discuss the water quality characteristics of the current water treatment plants, raw, influent and effluent from each component, explain the advantages and the disadvantage between the MBR and current wastewater treatment system. So each option do you want to recommend and why? So that's one of the important, your own insight required for this part. Also, drinking water supply argumentation, you can provide at least 2 alternate options to upgrade the existing wastewater treatment plant to produce the treated water for drinking supply argumentation. Draw your own wastewater treatment process flow diagram for all the options. Explain the rationale for the chosen additional process component. Here you should detail your reason for each component for you use with consideration to the possible additional expenses for each component. No need to repeat the rationales already described earlier. Also, you can discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of the 2 options as water supply. Do not just give a table of comparison, but you should explain the reasons behind the backed by cited literature. Which option do you prefer? Also, you can discuss water quality characteristics of the current wastewater treatment plant, influent, effluent, and targeted water quality characteristics of the recycled water for drinking water argumentation. You can utilize the WHO or other relevant drinking water guidelines. So in the leading material you can see Australian drinking water guidelines, so that you can also utilize this information, and you can conclude also references, also same as your professional writing of the report. So that's the module 2. As the module 3, we'll cover seawater desalination plant. We can have Sydney desalination plant, seawater quality. So using this seawater quality, so we can design a seawater desalination plant. So it's the same format. You can follow cover page, originality statement, title page, table of consent, abstract background, desalination plant, design assessment, also shutdown plans of desalination plant, conclusions and recommendation, and references. So you can make your background, discuss the importance and related issues of desalination for future water security in Australia. And desalination plant design, you can first make a process flow chart, and that shows your selected intake design, pretreatment process, RO process, and other relevant processes. And second, you can also design a detailed design of the process that clearly shows the key parameters such as types of membrane, number of banks, stages, pressure vessels, elements, and recovery, etc. You can use computer-aided software such as Wave. So you can learn how to install, how to utilize this software, or any other relevant software you can utilize. There are 4 free software to design reverse osmosis process, but I recommend you to use this Wave program, which is the one of well organized software. So you should also clearly discuss what you have done to optimize the auto process design. How do you ensure that you have satisfied the boron limit of 0.3 milligram per liter? You can provide a comprehensive literature review on the impact of brine proposal on cuttlefish. You can also propose relevant options to mitigate any adverse effects of brine disposal on cuttlefish, taking into account both economic and environmental considerations. And when you have a lot of rainfall, so we have enough dam level, So which means we don't have to utilize the desalination plant because this is the energy intensive. So we can make a shutdown plan of desalination plant. How to stop this desalination plant until we have a severe drought or dam level less than 75% or 50%. So when dam level rise, the desalination plant needs to be shut down. So provide shutdown operation restarting plan of the desalination plant is also very important. So you can also think about how to handle this kind of planning and conclude, also make a very professional report, and you can finalize the 3 modules of your assignment.
Assessment 3. So assessment report guideline include you must have a cover page with subject details, assessment name and number, student details, lecturers details, and 10 to 15 pages, 2 centimeter margins with title pages. You must have clear sections based on the guide questions. In assessment task details, include an abstract or executive summary. Also, you should do proper citations, including for tables and figures. Use the latest references as much as possible, and English must be clear, must do literature review, and also input your own analysis and discussion. Assessment exemplars are available, so you can ask your lecturer for each module. So they will provide a poor example and good example on the canvas, so you can refer to your assessment examples. So if you have any question, so please email me or email either lecturer based on each module. So I hope you enjoy this class, and I will see you next lectures. Thank you.